Your dog just yawned, and if you were honest with yourself, so did you. Or maybe it went the other way. You yawned first, and within seconds your dog opened their mouth wide, stretched their jaw, and mirrored you so precisely it made you stop for just a moment. Most people notice this, smile, and keep scrolling. But what passed between you and your dog in that single shared involuntary moment is one of the most remarkable pieces of scientific evidence ever uncovered about the bond between a human and their dog. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what had to be true about your relationship for that exchange to happen at all. And the fourth point in particular is the one owners carry with them long after this video ends, because it is not just about biology. It is about something your dog has been doing for you every single day that you never had a name for until now. You have experienced this more times than you can count. You are sitting in the evening doing nothing particular, maybe reading, maybe just existing in the quiet of a room, and your dog is nearby. You yawn, they yawn. You have probably tested it deliberately at some point just to see if it would happen again, and it did. What most owners never ask, though, is the question that opens everything up. Why does it only happen with certain people? Why does your dog yawn after you, but not after the delivery driver who came to the door? Why does this specific response, one your dog cannot manufacture and cannot produce on command, seem to activate only around the people they are most deeply connected to? That question is where the science becomes something else entirely, and the answer reveals something about your dog that no amount of training or time together has ever communicated this honestly. The first thing to understand is that contagious yawning is not a tired body looking for oxygen. It is a social behavior with a neurological signature that researchers have spent years mapping in humans and animals. The data is consistent and striking. Contagious yawning travels most powerfully between individuals who share a close emotional bond. It passes more readily between close friends than acquaintances, more between family than strangers, and barely at all between people who feel no meaningful connection to each other. The closer the bond, the stronger the transmission, which means the moment your dog yawns after you is not a coincidence, it's a measurement, a live involuntary reading of the emotional attunement between two nervous systems that have spent enough time together to begin operating in sync. The second thing is the study that genuinely surprised the people who ran it. Researchers at the University of Tokyo in 2013 designed an experiment to test whether dogs would yawn contagiously in response to human yawning, and critically, whether that response would be stronger toward their own owner than towards someone completely unknown to them. The answer was unambiguous. Dogs yawned significantly more in response to their own owner's yawn than to a stranger's yawn. The response was not just present, it was selective, bond-dependent, calibrated to relationship. Your dog is not responding to the shape of an open mouth. They are responding to your open mouth. Because somewhere in the wiring of a bond built across hundreds of ordinary days, your face became something their nervous system pays a particular quality of attention to. And that quality of attention is what makes the yawn travel. Here's the third thing, and the one worth sitting with. Contagious yawning requires something that most owners never think to consider. It requires your dog to be watching you. Not glancing, not half monitoring the room, watching, with enough presence and enough emotional investment in your moment-to-moment state to catch the exact instant your jaw drops and your breath shifts and your eyes go soft the way they only do in a yawn. Consider what that actually means about your ordinary evenings. While you were making coffee or staring at something on your phone or just sitting quietly in a room, your dog was watching your face with a quality of attention and care that most humans never sustain with each other for more than a few minutes. They were not waiting for food. They were not monitoring for a threat. They were simply present with you, fully. And the yawn that followed yours was the involuntary evidence of that presence made physical. Their nervous system communicating something it had no other way to say. Your signals have become my signals. Your state has become something my body responds to. I am not just near you. I have been paying attention to you this whole time. The fourth thing is where everything lands. The neurological reason contagious yawning is connected to empathy is because empathy at its most fundamental level is about resonance between nervous systems. Not observation, not understanding from a distance, actual resonance, one body shifting in response to the state of another. This is what mirror neurons facilitate. This is the mechanism behind wincing when someone else gets hurt, or feeling something warm move through you when someone you love laughs. And it is precisely what is happening in your dog's brain when they catch your yawn. Their mirror neuron system is activating in response to yours. Their brain is doing what brains do when a bond is deep enough and real enough. It meets you where you are, registers your state as something worth responding to, and produces in your dog's body a physical echo of something that originated in yours. The yawn is just what that echo looks like from the outside. One more thing before this ends. The transmission goes both ways. If you pay the same quality of attention to your dog that they pay to you, if you watch them the way they watch you, you will catch yourself yawning after them too. And in that moment, you will be experiencing exactly what your dog experiences every time they follow you. Two nervous systems so attuned to each other that the most involuntary signals of one have become the signals of the other. That cannot be performed. It cannot be trained. It only exists when the bond is genuine. Which means every shared yawn between you and your dog is unedited evidence of something that requires no words and no grand gesture to be completely true. Your nervous systems found each other, and sometimes in the most unremarkable moment of a completely ordinary evening, one of you yawns and the other follows, and for just a second, everything that has built between you shows itself in the quietest possible way. The next time that happens, stay there for a moment longer than you normally would, because what just moved between you was not small. It was two nervous systems doing what deeply bonded nervous systems do when they have been together long enough and honestly enough and closely enough with each other. Most people search their whole lives for that kind of attunement in another person. Your dog has been living it with you every single day. Leave a comment below and tell me whether your dog yawns when you yawn and whether you ever caught yourself yawning after them first. This community reads everything, and if this gave you a new way of seeing the quiet moments you share with your dog, hit subscribe, because the next video goes into something your dog does every single night that most owners have never once questioned. That one goes even deeper than this.